No, 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 no. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. So, Colin Ninja said something very interesting. He said Benjamin Pavard can and will become the best right back in the world if he puts his all into it. Ha, yeah, come on. Martin Luther King, he's going to have a dream and he's just going to do it. Yeah, he's going to have a vision. That's what he said. So, we're going to pretty much talk about it because people want me to. Benjamin Pavard, Uncle Benji, okay? This is the ultimate Benji channel. We talk about Benji 24/7. That's actually what people think. A lot of people give me smoke or heat for pretty much saying things. Like, remember when I made a video? Bayern Munich's panic signings. Bonasa, Choupo-Moting, and everyone was like, George, didn't you say you wanted players? How dare you not be happy about this, okay? I know they're sloppy seconds, but you can still be happy about this. And I was just like, nah, that's not what I was expecting, and that's not what we needed. And people were like, well, we have Hansi. He's going to turn water into wine like Jesus. He's just going to turn Bonasa into Bonalam. Roberto Sarlos. I don't know. Eric Maximum names Choupo-Moting. This guy has a billion names. We signed him for his name rather than his ability, because if we did, we wouldn't have signed him. All right. All right. So let's talk about Pavard. So I call Pavard for what he is. You know what? Pavard is like a woman. You know what? I call Pavard for what he is. For me, Pavard is a very fat woman. Nothing wrong with being fat, apart from the fact that you're morbidly obese and shortening your lifespan and could probably die from a heart attack any second. Nothing wrong with being fat, okay? Nothing wrong with being fat. But people have this misconception that he's fat, like with a PH. So they think he's thick. But in reality, he's genuinely fat. But people think this fat translates to he's thick and attractive. That's what he is. So people are looking at this player, but they're actually seeing this world-class player that doesn't exist. Never existed. Last season, I thought he overexceeded the expectations that everyone had for him because he was a new signing. But at the same time, I didn't see anything in him to go, whoa, oh, Benjamin Lam, you're the second coming of Philip Lam, oh my goodness. You're the French Dani Alves or something. I don't know. I never saw this. But he did very well. So people use last season to say, whoa, that's the level. If he got to, he'd be world class again. When I never saw the world class ability last season. And a lot of people didn't. That's what it is. That's the whole issue with Pavard. We're expecting him to be something he's not. That's like expecting Thomas Müller to be a goalkeeper. It just doesn't make sense. You're expecting him to be something he's not. Pavard is an average, basic player. He does the basics right. He does the basics better than basic players. He's above average, but he's still average. Just putting an adjective next to it doesn't change the fact that you're still average. It's not hate, it's just facts. When you watch him play, I swear, some of y'all must not be watching other teams, because you can watch other teams and how their fullbacks play and come to the conclusion that Pavard is one of the best in the world. I don't see how you see it. Because if you just watch Leicester and Ricardo Pereira, you can clearly see, wow, that's a different type of fullback. If you watch Lamptey, for example, you can see, wow, this guy has a lot of ability. Not only does he defend and contribute to his team defensively with his recoveries, he also has this ability to carry the ball and alleviate pressure from his teammates. Your right backs, nowadays, your fullbacks, they are your outlets, right? They take the ball from defense and move it to attack with their dribbling ability. There's a stat there somewhere that Benjamin Pavard has not completed a single dribble this season. How the heck do you not complete a single dribble in a whole season? How does that happen, guys? That's not down to form. Even when Davies is out of form, he's just losing the ball because he's trying to do stuff. It can't just be confidence. And people are telling you, oh, he's exhausted. He's very tired, George. Why don't you just give him a break? Oh, you're acting like he isn't a professional. You know what? What if next season, or actually next year, right, 2021, what if we come back from this short little break in about 5 days from now? What if we come back and he's still playing the way he is? What are you going to say then? Because he got a break, yeah. And he had a Champions League break. Remember, we won the Champions League without him. Kimmich was the best right back in Europe last season. So what are you going to say then? It's not that Pavard doesn't do anything significant. It's that he doesn't do anything more. It's not so much what he does for us. What Pavard does for us, he's very good at doing what he does. He's a do-a-job player, which means you put him in to do a job. That's what France did. They put him a right back because they had no one else. And he does his job. But it's not so much what he does, but what he doesn't do or isn't able to do. He is not able to move the ball and to control a flank by himself. The reason why we can't attack down our right-hand side more comfortably is because our fullback just isn't active. How is 6'5" Niklas Süle completing more dribbles than you at right back in 2 games? How does that happen? And I'm not saying dribbling is a huge trait, but dribbling is important if you're going to be a fullback that's pressured a lot. And Pavard doesn't have any of it. He doesn't turn on pressure. He's big. He's slow as well. And you know what? If anyone ever criticizes any of you for saying I'd like pace in a fullback, I want pace in a fullback because wingers are faster these days. These kids are getting bigger and they're getting faster. I want pace in my fullback. If you actually think that's a bad thing to say, then you don't clearly understand the whole point of athleticism. I get it. Pavard wins his headers, 1v1 defending. He wasn't always that great at it. I thought he got bypassed pretty easily. He's just not good at just being there defensively. I think it's very easy to go around him, I think any winger with decent pace and a lot of technical ability can breeze past him as long as you're just slightly faster than him and have slightly more technical ability than him. You can breeze past him. That shouldn't be that easy for a Bayern fullback. Some people can say, well, he's a center back, which I understand that argument. I see where you're coming from. I guess we're always talking about him as a right back. If you compare him to Klosterman, Mukwele, you just cannot say he's better than them. I'm sorry, I struggled to say it. He's not better than Mukwele. I consider Mukwele an improved version of Pavard. He's just slightly faster. He has slightly more technical ability. Just slightly better than him. Lucas Klosterman, better than him and more sufficient in other areas of his game. So that's just Leipzig. Those are just 2 players at Leipzig. Sabitzer, right back, is better than Pavard. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. Kimmich is better than Pavard at right back. Chris Richards offers a little bit more in terms of his pace. I am so sorry that I can say that, but it still makes sense to me. A lot of people are afraid to say it because they're afraid that people are going to say, well, and I get it. You can have your opinion, but at least just admit that you cannot see that world-class ability in him. Unless the level of player has dropped that much, I still don't see how Pavard can be considered world-class. And that's not to say he doesn't do anything good for us. It's just that because Bayern's quality has always been so high, our level of expectation exceeds pretty much every club in the world. We expect perfection, almost. We expect a mentality. Pavard seems like a great guy with a great mentality, but he just doesn't have all the ability. That's it. He just doesn't have that much ability in him. All right, thank you everyone so much for watching. I gotta go.